welcome back, friends, followers, and transients, to another episode of Banished with me, Vapor, and an episode that I'm going to talk a little bit more in. I hope you liked the last one. I know it was short. That was about an hour's worth of footage, dropped down to about 20 minutes. I kind of did it as a test, because usually I would kind of do a little bit of talking like now and do a bit of time-lapse and then talk again, or do a time-lapse at the beginning and then talk and play afterwards. But I just kind of wanted to try and see what it'd be like doing that. Anyway, just to say I'm a little bit heartbroken. Not personal life this time. I got a comment on the time-lapse video from probably one of the very first subscribers, and I've been around for over 2 years now, so that's quite a while. And this person's been through quite a lot in their life recently, and I feel bad for them, so I almost don't want to say anything, but you've broke my heart, Jake. Complained about my trees. He said they look too pretty. It was supposed to be an ugly sort of area and poor area, but I like the idea of these guys growing their own trees like I can't even say that word. Sustainable source. Jeez, that's hard to say. And yeah, although I get what you're saying, so I'm only playing. But am I playing? I don't know. I do completely understand it. I get it. I get where it comes from, because as he said, I pulled a vapor, and pulling a vapor means I'll say one thing, do another, and then just go completely over the top with decoration. But so there's two options. One, I can let the trees grow back naturally, or two, I can plant them back myself in a more chaotic state. I'm keeping these, they're staying, I'm sorry to say. They are staying, but I don't mind filling these areas in with some of these trees. And the reason I took it away more than anything, yeah, you see, they're not in here. One of the trees they were spawning was it this one? I don't think it was that one, but it's one of the really, really ugly trees, and every time I saw it, let me change the season. It just really bugged me, because when I zoomed out, that's the only thing I could see was that. Let me speed the game up, because I want the years to pass by, and if I keep zipping it by. But anyway, it was one of the, oh man, it was just ugly. No, in fact, is it this one? Maybe it wasn't, but whatever tree it was, here we go. Early spring, so all the trees have come back. Let's drop this back down. It just, whenever I did this, it was just an eyesore. It stood out so much, like it almost didn't look natural. Which one was it? It was an ugly tree. These are the pretty trees. And I get the area is supposed to be slightly ugly. Maybe it is that one. Oh, I don't know now, but it was an ugly tree. I think it is that one. It's the same tree. I don't know. It just... No, I couldn't deal with it. And that's why I did what I did. So this episode, I was actually... I was going to start building some of the town over this side, but blame Jake. It's all his fault. Nobody answered me about the caboose, by the way. Have I put that on the right way around? I've said before, I always put it on the wrong way around, but I feel like the door is here so they can look out the back, but I don't know. Still quite a bit of detailing work to go on in this area. I didn't want it too pretty or anything, so it's just literally they're going to stop to get food. Lots of cranes. It does need some bits and pieces doing. And as you can see, I was starting to put the ballast in, which is the stone, if you don't know what ballast is. And then we got to this point where, because you can't do the roads diagonally, it's going to look a bit weird. So I need to try and figure out a way of doing that. If there was one of these, I'm pretty sure you can do them diagonally like this. But I don't have a gravel. It's a very similar colour. I'll give it that, but it's not quite the same. And also these tracks seem to be ghost objects, so I do have to put roads down here because trees are going to spawn like that, which we don't want. So what I'll do is I'll do an example of what I'm thinking. So what trees do we have that naturally grow? Oh, they have some of the red ones in here. See, there's little bits of colour. In fact, that's almost every tree. It just looks super ugly though. I couldn't deal with it. I'm sorry to say. So what we'll do is, there's going to be not much rhyme or reason with this. I'm just going to put a couple of each one down. And as you can see, I'm not placing them, Jake. They're just randomly going in. Like so. I mean, to a degree, I have to be careful where I'm placing them. But that's not me doing it in a decorative way. Let's get some colourful ones in it. And to my defence, there are colourful ones here. I'm not trying to make it pretty. Oh dear. What have you done to me? What else do we have? There's some ugly trees in this game, seriously. That's not a bad tree. Yeah, let's get you in here as well. So we'll kind of pad it out a little bit. There you go. How's that for you? In fact, we're missing some other things, aren't we? Let's think about this logically. And they're not ghost trees, are they? So that's going to be fun, putting the road in around them. Because I don't want any other trees growing in here if I can help it. We're going to put some stone in as well, because hey, that would usually be there. Let's just switch this through until we get what we're looking for. We'll rotate you around like that. I'm trying honestly not to make this pretty. Do we want to put some iron in here as well? I think we will. Quickly cycle through. There we go. Look, see? We're making it ugly. Is this ugly enough for you? Do I have to put a fence around that? That's the only question. It feels like I should. Just because the fence ends really abruptly, doesn't it? Okay. And what else can we put in here? Oh, John, while I'm talking to you, I still couldn't find that plant bush thing that I was looking for. You said it was in one of these plant things. I looked in here and I cycled through all these and I couldn't find it. So I don't know if I've got a slightly different version of the game or something, but yeah, it is what it is. Get some toadstools in here again, not making it look pretty. These naturally spawn in the wild. We're just putting some in. Do we put some of these in? I don't even know if you get stuff like that growing out here. Let's have a look. Oh, there is little bushes and stuff. Okay. Oh, look. I'm about to call that the bukai tree. I don't know how it's pronounced. Where is it? Buckeye. There we go. So we have some of those. We'll put one or two of these in, just because they naturally occur in the area. There we go. I'm going to make you regret posting that comment, aren't I? Oh dear. What have we got? Some of these look ugly. I don't know. Oh, they react to the shadows. Is that what it is? Yeah. I don't think we need any of those. I mean, some of the grass might work. The grass is on there. Not you. Not you. It's under this one, isn't it? Well, little tufts of grass may work. Especially when there's a deer kind of here looks like it's eating some. Well, it looks too much if you put too many in. Just the odd one, I think, will do it. Oh, no, that's too pretty, isn't it? It's got flowers. We can't possibly do that. Let's see here. That's the stones. Yeah, that's the sort of place where it makes sense, doesn't it? There we go. I feel like I'm making it pretty. I'm trying not to. I swear. I'm trying to make this look as natural as possible. Something here. There we go. There we are. How's that for you, Jake? That is not pretty, and if you think it's pretty, I can't help it. I literally just plonk them down in any order. You see me do it. The most effort that I took there was just putting that grass in, and that was it. I think we should definitely fence it off now, just to stop the wildlife, in this case the wild nature of the trees that naturally grow here, not to look pretty. We don't want that kind of growing onto our path. So yeah, I have a really bad tingling in my nose. Either Jake has put a curse on me, or I'm about to sneeze, and hopefully not. The worst thing about sneezing or coughing or making a complete blooper while you're recording on YouTube is that I don't always watch my videos all the way through again, because that takes a lot of time. if you think it takes the time to physically record the video, and then to kind of watch it back as well in full, it does take a lot of time. It just depends what's going on in it and what I'm kind of doing. Just kind of giving you an insight to the editing process here, I suppose. So yeah, so if I sneeze, it's annoying because I then have to go and find where I sneezed and edit it out. It's yeah, it's a bit of a pain. It's an unfortunate thing that happens. And I said probably about a week ago, I feel like I'm getting ill. I don't feel sick, but I just feel a little bit bunged up, and maybe I'm a little bit run down. Work has been super stressful, so it could be that. And everyone, because I work in a public environment, because it's a food store. For those of you that don't know, I'm a store manager for a chain food company, a convenience food company. I would drop their name, but there's no point me saying it because most people won't know who they are. Well, people in the UK probably will, but maybe not around the world. Did I need to do that? I think I kind of did. Oh, and the comments was mentioned that I would need somewhere for the horses. Let me have a quick look. Who said it? Who said it? Somebody said it. Old Man 102 said the market area needs a horse's pen near the vendor wagons. Very good point. So yeah, we need to put something in for the horses similar to this, because you know what's pulling these in. I did say this was kind of like a roaming market. They don't always stay here. They just kind of set up shop and maybe trade for a couple of days and then go again. And we've got some bits to go in here. This area is actually looking really good. The problem is, you can make try and make an area look ugly, but it's almost impossible in this game unless all the buildings had like this going on, with lots of holes and really look bad. But even then, you kind of make it look nice still. I'm not doing it intentionally, but damn, just that it's looking really good. I have a feeling this game isn't going to be able to cope with what I'm going to be doing in the long run, but. Yeah, we didn't really look at this in the last episode, did we? Because it was all time-lapse, and then it was just that strange camera angle looking across. But I think it's coming together quite well. I am really liking it. I mean, it's just all the little details. I could add details for days, to be honest with you, but it gets to a point where there's a certain amount of duplication, and you see the same sort of thing repeating itself, because it is limited. I think that's kind of what scares me with City Skylines. It's like the endless possibilities because of the huge amount of mod support in that game, and the modders just got absolutely nuts. There's so much. I have been looking at it. I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to make some stuff, but don't believe me until I actually do it. But it is going to happen at some point. I just it's overwhelming, I think, is the best way of putting it. It is seriously overwhelming. There's so much going on in that game. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. Once I plug up the courage. What am I looking for? I'm looking for toadstools. Here they are. Just drop a couple of these in here, just to maximise the realism. Yeah, I think you were right, Jake. Though, in all fairness, it does look much better, and I kind of like this blend. It's a very abrupt edge. But at the same time, you could imagine it's the same kind of stone. This is walked on a lot, so the grass doesn't get a chance to take root. But where it's kind of at the side, yeah, it's started to come through. Oh, this garden is terrible. Still a couple of bits to put in these, maybe. I'm just wondering here if we probably should. It's roads, isn't it? Yeah. And road decorations. If you just kind of sort of do something like this. Okay, you're going to be awkward. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. So we got to kind of continue this over here and around here. I'm tempted to do some more. I wish this was a prop. This would make an amazing prop just to have lingering around. That's what I was trying to do kind of here with this kind of logging camp. So you can see where they've chopped down some of the trees and they've not quite took the stump out. Some dynamite would clear that. I do love my dynamite. But yeah. And I get the kind of grassy meadow thing. I was trying that out to see how it looked. It looks really odd and patchy, but at the same time it kind of works, I think. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that, but yeah. Okay. So, let me think about this now. This I don't like. This needs to be worked upon. I've got this going into the town. I think, actually, let me just kind of eye this up a little bit. Maybe the map is the best option here. So this is going to be army. We've got to do some work here. And this... let me have a look at that island. This needs a lighthouse, I think. Because the boat's coming this way to leave. I think we should try and remove this little sand, what would you call that? There's a name for those sort of things. Get rid of that and maybe key wall around this. I could probably drop this down as well and have maybe that's what we're going to work on. Can our people get there easily? Because they're going to want to at some point. Let's put some temporary bridges in. So yeah, these are just going to get plopped in. Don't think that these are like the final thing. What is going on? There's so many options in here now. Which bridges? Yeah, these are not going to be the final thing that we're using. I just need to put them in so people can get to where I need them to be once I start building roads. Put one across there. I think that should work. Right. Oh, actually, I don't even know. Oh, I do have it. I was gonna say I wasn't sure if I had this this tool. This tool is super powerful if you use it right. So level 0 is just normal height, right? No, that's higher. If you do this right, you can, and it takes a little bit of playing around, but you can make enough of an adjustment that it almost looks natural in places. I think that needs to go a little bit lower because you can see how low this is here. So I think if we go that low, how low is that? Oh yeah, see now that's where we need to be, kind of. Just kind of nip away at some of these edges, just so it has to be deep around here. If you think about it, we're going to have ships docking. I don't mind it coming down at a level here because we're kind of coming out of a river, and there is going to be sediment that kind of washes down, isn't there? I didn't need to come out here to do that. I could have done that from inside the tool, but yeah. Only thing is, you've got to be careful because you can't see where you can remove them anyway, but you can't see where the little X's are from the things that you've moved. Yeah, there we go. Until you do that, of course. So yeah, if you mess around with it, you can. It is a really powerful tool, though. I highly recommend it. And the fact you can reverse it if you go completely wrong. This bit is the fun bit. But trying to get a key wall in here. And I look forward to doing that. It's been so long since I've done key walls. And this is probably going to make Jake happy anyway, because Jake was always a big fan of key walls. So after me destroying him a little bit at the beginning, we're going to have some of these in. And again, I could straighten the land here. It just depends if we're going to have them walking on them. Is this? I don't know if this is classed as something they can stand on or not. I can't remember. But we need it so it's kind of a deep drop here, because we are going to have potentially ships moored up against this. Wasn't there different ones of these? I thought there was. Maybe there's not anymore. Let's come across it. This again will probably get tweaked a little bit over time. I'm just putting it in so I can roughly see where we're at. Obviously there's different buildings and things we can put in here. I'm just trying to get a rough layout going. Right, so we want you about there, I think. I think so. Or maybe not. Depends how we do it. I could probably go... It's going to be tough to get that angle right because of the angle of the river, I think. Let's see. Oh, no, I think that might work. Possibly. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that corner, you know, to be honest with you, but I can do stuff with that. Yeah, I was concerned that would happen. Is there a way of me being able to do something with this? Right, okay. Where's the piece for that? Is it there? How are we going to achieve what we want to achieve here? Yeah, it's coming out too far. We don't want that. Oh, no. It's the wrong one. Is it this one? Yeah. Just made it worse now, haven't I? Oh, come on. Whatever. So it's a powerful tool when used by intelligent people. Oh, there, here we go. No, it's still come flying out there. We don't want it coming out that far. Ah. I think we can kind of cheat this. I think. So if we put you there, and is this the ghost bits? I have no clue what hole you guys are talking about. There's no hole there. And then we can do the same on the opposite side if we really wanted to guide that river. Why can I not speak? I have some serious issues going on. Like I said earlier, it's been a long week. Did I say that earlier? Maybe that was in the other video I did. It all kind of blurs into one sometimes. So it's probably best where we can to try and get this, you know, kind of raised to a point. Because I don't want to see people going up and down. It's going to look... that sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? It's going to look a bit strange, but I think there is a lighthouse. I don't know if it comes under houses on. Oh, it does. I think that will look perfect. There's the door on it. Oh, it's there. To be honest, we're going to have some kind of bridge coming across here, but I think maybe here somewhere. Just right on this corner. I think that'll work quite nice. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I really do. And if we come round the whole island with this key wall, I'm not too sure what we're going to put on here with this. Possibly, I mean, that would be a house in itself, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. There's people living in there. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching, but until next time, as always, take care.